There's a reason why your life is in disarray. You don't know why you never seem to follow up on your goals, on your resolutions, wondering why life never seems to take a drastic new turn. Living each day as a mundane, bland repeat, exactly like the day before, giving no space and time for the process of change to occur. You want to know why? It's you, the things you choose to do every day. They are not in alignment with who you want to be. Diving straight in, I believe good habits are something every student should cultivate since it ensures slow but steady progress. A small action every day accumulates into a big profit return before you know it. I will explain the process behind how we form repetitive actions in our daily lives and the techniques we can use to leverage our psychology. I credit much of this information to James Clear, author of Atomic Habits. Here's why character matters more than you think. Actions are influenced by our identity, and those actions form a feedback loop that reinforce our current identity. Our actions are evidence that our subconscious mind uses to give ourselves an identity. For example, the class topper has given himself the identity of being smart because he has trumped all his classmates in his past tests, and thus he has been glorified for it. It was his actions, which is studying, that fed back to his character and forming of his identity. So, what's the point? If you want to form lasting habits, start by changing your mindset and beliefs, your identity, not just your actions. When habits embody your identity, they are much more likely to stick around, since your actions and values are aligned. There is no internal conflict or dissatisfaction of forcing yourself to do the habit that you do not like just because everyone else does it. So, how can you change your character and identity? It's called directed networking. Expose yourself to sources of information that align with the character you are aiming to develop. Many of our decisions are impacted by external circumstances, so surrounding yourself with what you prize most is a sure way to make sure you start acting similarly as well. We often imitate what happens around us, giving us a feeling of security. So be mindful who you surround yourself with. Your friends, parents, social media influences like YouTube and Instagram play a big part. Now, how exactly do we get habits and actions to stick? I would like to present to you an excellent idea from Atomic Habits, the idea of cue, craving, response, and reward. I like to call it 2C2R. Let's use gaming as an example. You look at your laptop and mouse on the table, and they are begging you to take hold of them. That is the cue. The craving is that you need to pass that level and get the XD needed to progress to the next level of the game. Your response? You sit down and you start gaming. And finally, the reward, the rush of dopamine from the visual novelty that keeps you addicted. It is always the reward that ensures an action is repeated. More pleasant actions are repeated, which is why people with addictions do not even realize it at their early stages. We can leverage this to ensure our habits are repeated consistently. To build good habits, make the cue obvious, the craving attractive, the responses easy, and the reward satisfying to the experience. To break bad habits, make the cues invisible, the craving unattractive, the response hard, and the reward unsatisfying. The key to ensuring habits continue is a good response. The outcome of any habit must satisfy you and give you joy. That is what attracts you to continue the habit. So give some time to explore your passion and experience what drives you to your potential. Try to surround yourself with people that give off the same vibe as you, because humans are known to imitate those around them. The people around you can make or break you. The next idea is to start small but do it continuously. You could say, today I'll start off with just 5 minutes of meditation. Are you asking, is that even going to be useful? Come on. My answer to you is yes. A crucial reason why many of us fall out of new habits is that we start big with great aspirations and hence take massive actions to act out on our habits. But after a few days, we just find out it is too intrusive into our daily routine and hence quit it altogether. Use a habit tracker if needed. Smartphones are excellent automatic trackers that decrease the effort you need to input the track. Fitbit watches track your daily steps, and smartphones check your screen time on each app and can restrict them, and that can help you form good habits. Using a physical calendar and marking off each day for a habit done is also advisable. You want to have a measure of the level of consistency you have been achieving, and this transforms into motivation for you to continue your habit. Your goal is to repeat the process again and again and again, so that every day when you don't feel like it, you will do the habit. Doing it, especially when you do not feel like it, is the secret to sustaining habits. Start small and see how it fits into your current life. This will give you ample time to slowly change your life so that your habits and current routines work hand in hand. Use the 2-minute rule for guidance, then progressively increase. Standardize your habits, then optimize them, as James Clear says. There's an ancient proverb: the man who waits for the waves to subside will never swim. The message here is to just get started despite your circumstances and to work hard to ensure you follow up consistently. You do not wait for motivation to guide your actions. Instead, it is quite the opposite. Starting a new habit and seeing how it benefits you is what nurtures motivation and confidence. So, get started. This is your fellow student signing out.